Of all
Forgive me.
It's a talking turtle.
Not really sure how much.
Give me but a few moments.
Vanille, oh wow. Vanille, thanks for following.
How could I ever repay you?
Trustful, thanks for following. I don't have the.
It was my pleasure.
On that layout, but I think
Of course.
Yeah, it's in this one.
Soft. Yeah, just a trick I learned from my dad.
Playing hard to get. You got it, boss.
I wonder how Boko's doing right now.
This is taking longer than expected. I wonder if one of his friends is having like a PSN issue. I know PSN's been terrible lately. So, hey, let's have a conversation. Alright, so ESL finals are tomorrow, and I have to work, so I'll be doing it while I'm at work. I did the first ESL finals while we were at work, but we had a pretty bad draw, honestly. We got Double Jeopardy by Cup Noodle, which is, if you're gonna get Double Jeopardy, that's probably the team to do it, you know what I mean? So, it was pretty good. I played pretty bad. I don't like Ace versus that team. Well, that team construct that they had, I didn't like it. So I ended up using Bards, and my Bards just wasn't ready, so we got bodied. So tomorrow I'm very interested to see what the bracket will actually be, and how that goes. But it sucks that ESL is ending after this. I wish they would have just listened to community feedback. Maybe took like a month off and then came back better, but I don't think Square's offering them probably a lot, you know what I mean? They probably did it to see what the interest would be, to kind of gauge the interest of the community, and from what I understand, the Europe scene kind of fell off pretty hardcore. The US one was pretty consistent. So, I don't know, but a few people have asked me to start running a weekly, like to just take the place of the Sunday one, but I don't know about that. I don't want to commit to that just yet. I don't want to do that right now, honestly. I'm fine doing Friday Night Fights. Aussie has his weekly. If somebody else wants to step up and do it, that's fine. I know Wolf has a tournament coming out towards the end of the month. I might be in Vegas for it. That's why I haven't signed up yet. But he does have a tournament coming out later this month, so I think everybody should support that as well, because we have a small scene, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, the way that Square is, it's up to us to keep this game alive. Square is just kind of doing... It's hard to say, you know. It feels like they're kind of doing what they can. I get the feeling that they want to do more, but I don't know. When a game doesn't sell too well, it's hard for them to, you know, financially want to invest into the game and the scene. That makes perfect sense. It's basic business 101. It makes sense. I'm not blaming them for that. But some of the things that can be fixed, like lobbies being like broken, failed to send data, ranked is a mess right now. Like ranked is actually, I hate being there because it's just not a fun place to be, honestly. Just a couple things. I think as a community, we definitely need to do better with like helping each other learn, especially new players or players that they have an understanding but they're just not there yet. That's one thing I think we need to do better as a community. I think that I see a lot of like I don't see like always like a lot of top players like trying to help out other people. I just don't see it all the time. Like unless that person specifically asks for help, like they just don't. You know what I mean? And we can't really have that walled garden mentality in a community this small. Like some people might be into the game, but they're just getting destroyed in ranked. You know what I mean? And they can't figure it out. Somebody's got to be there to kind of help them. Not saying that person's me, but I'm always happy. I mean, my DMs are always open. I always get messages and stuff like that from people saying, hey, what's going on and stuff like that. Is there any advice or things that you might have? They might say things like, is there any advice you might have for a new player, or is there any resources and stuff like that? I generally only refer them to JP stuff. Even for Ace specific stuff, I only refer them to JP stuff. Like, I don't refer them to my footage just because JP has had the game for 2 going on 3 years, so they understand the game better than us. Even the best US players don't actually understand the game how it's supposed to be played, so I just always direct them to JP, always. Just things like that. Give them resources, refer them to the wiki, refer them to other top players, stuff like that. Anybody that plays their game plays that character very well, refer them to them. We all know who plays their character very well. Give them footage to look at, things to review. Metatron said, I'm a new player, but trying to get into the community is hard because I focus on competitive so much and I'm just trying to learn the game. So things like that. Yeah, absolutely, Metatron. Feel free to PM me on Discord. I think you're in NT or anything like that. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have. The community is pretty open, you know what I mean? If you have basic questions, just go ahead and ask them. Someone's going to be there to at least try and help you and stuff like that. There's always, in every community, there's people that aren't as welcoming, or might be smart. They might give you smart aleck answers, but there are people that are always willing and ready and able to help. And NT has got a lot better. When I first joined the NT server, it was kind of rough. Like, people were just like, they wouldn't give you answers, you know what I mean? I don't know what it was. I think they felt like giving you answers would like hurt them somehow. It's gotten a lot better. There's actually pretty helpful people in there. And especially if you've never played a game like Dissidia, like this is my first Dissidia. So if you have not played a Dissidia before, a lot of things are just foreign, you know what I mean? Like not being able to block HP attacks. It took me a while to like realize like, wow, that's a thing and that's the way this game is played, you know what I mean? So one of his teammates weren't here, so he's contacting a backup right now. So we're just waiting. If necessary, I can probably find somebody to have him just to fill in. I wonder what role he needs filled. Yep, the training mode is a very big deal. I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe just lack of foresight, but I don't know if they didn't do that to so people won't just sit in training mode and like grind it out, and then they don't have to go to the arcade to do that anymore. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't put a training mode in this game. That seems so crazy, especially with things like chargeable HP attacks. Like I'll give you like Samurai. Like, you won't actually understand how to dodge Samurai, like, unless you keep getting hit by it or you figure it out. Like, you're supposed to jump over it. That's what you're supposed to do. But if you can't practice the timing and the netcode's already kind of suspect, it can snowball easily from there. So training mode is a huge thing. And, like, learning how to do certain characters' mechanics, like Sephiroth, his dash cancels, if there was a tutorial built into the game that showed you how to do that, because he's good without it, but that's a fundamental aspect of the character, and the game itself not explaining how to do that. Same thing with Squall's triggers, you know what I mean? If there's some type of tutorial that shows you how to do it correctly. Things of that nature I think should be built in and inherent into the game. You shouldn't have to go to a YouTuber's website, you know what I mean, to figure that out. It's just, you know, it's 2018. Some video games got to evolve a bit, especially fighting games. The fighting game genre has evolved a bit. I'll give you an example. Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear has an insanely good tutorial, you know what I mean, that'll walk you through everything. So, Save the Queen's shoot isn't here. This is probably the first time that we've had an issue with like somebody not actually not being here. Okay, so we're just gonna have to wait for this. Not really much else to be said. So next week it's probably gonna be Team Trinity Limit versus Team Universal 7. After that, it's probably gonna be Team Invite and somebody else. Maybe Team Invite versus Ultimate Weapons Team. That might be a really good one. Guilty Gear's tutorial is great in terms of game mechanics. Netherrooms is fantastic, and yeah, I'm doing that also. Yeah, let me know if you find anything. Killer Instincts is fantastic with this hurt box information. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that kind of thing it really just can't be skirted over. It can't be skirted over in 2018. In 2018, that can't be an option anymore. You know what I mean? It can't be optional to be like, hey, let's just not incorporate this stuff. I understand additional costs and stuff like that, but if you're trying to bring new people into the scene, that stuff you can't just leave on the table anymore. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Marvel 3, I love that game to death, but there's like, unless you have somebody in your scene that you can ask, or thank God YouTube existed, I would never have figured out a lot of that stuff, just because it's not in the manual, you know, like combo strings or anything like that. For somebody a fresh face, it's really like, it's kind of bad, you know what I mean? It's really, really bad. And then like Marvel Infinite kind of did the same thing, and their tutorial is kind of questionable. That stuff you can't just, oh, Tekken has a really good one too. Tekken 7 will teach you how to pretty much learn the game from the ground up. Granted, it's not going to make you the best in the world. There's a lot of nuances. That's what makes fighting games. But it will give you enough to get started so that you can kind of patch the rest of it together. This game has an excellent, a pretty excellent tutorial that explains like the arena shooter and like sidestepping and dodging and stuff like that. But just like a lot of things, you just like jumping HP attacks, like that's a big thing. Like you're supposed to jump Heartless Angel, you know what I mean? Stuff like that that you just won't actually know until somebody tells you, or you just like jump on accident one time and it whiffs, you know, stuff like that. Glory Seeker, if they're fine with that, I honestly don't care. I've already asked somebody else that's already participated. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Bro, I might as well just play at this point. Yeah, Klein. They're missing their shoot. Oh. I'm about to have Klein take over. I'm gonna give y'all the God. I'm gonna give y'all the God shoot. Y'all should win then. Oh, he's not even playing Dissidia. He's playing something else. PC SX2. Okay, cool. Let me invite Klein to this.
Sorry.
Oh, you guys got super... Oh, wait, he's here? Oh, he is here.
It's no big deal.
I think the guy just fucking showed up.
Nothing can stop us now.
My bad, Klein. That fucking sucks. Damn, you guys almost got lucky as fuck. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to do a connection test now. Bro, they almost got lucky though, because they almost ended up with either Shinoda or somebody from Fat Metal, which I think is like one of the really good Shantotos, or they almost got Klein, so both of those are really good. They almost got extremely lucky. Yeah, I would have won it fucking now, so I would have actually told my shit, like, you don't even got to worry about it. We got somebody. You don't got to worry about it. Oh, goodness. Alright, we good. So, this is going to be a connection test. Alright, so connection tests are mandatory. It's not something I really give them the option for, because I don't want it to be like, just trash, you know what I mean? I think this might be the actual teams that we're going to see. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's Prince Halcyon. He has a really good Terra. His Terra was like, kicking our ass, man.
Friends, do not fall for their tricks. Follow the ace and we'll get a win.
Impale our foes with Arctic lances!
Hello XD, thank you for following up, much appreciated. I very much appreciate it, guys. This is something that's still relatively new. So it's been going on for about a month. So just really still pretty new. It's going to be a little harder to try and find top teams just because ESL's not going on. Like there's going to be less events to actually showcase the talent now. So with ESL going away, that's one thing off the table. Like we still have Aussies Weekly, which is great. But I don't want that to be the only thing that's a litmus test, you know what I mean? Like, that's a single elimination tournament. Like, you could get hoed out one week, you know what I mean? So I would like to have other events consistently going so we can get a true analysis of how people are doing as a team. You know, are they adapting? Are they getting better? Are they switching stuff up? Just being able to play 1 week, that's not going to be able to show everything that we want them to show. And if they're getting better, are they not getting better? Are they kind of have they plateaued? You know, things of that nature. Good. Thank you for telling me that. Turn the game down just a little bit. Turn the mic up just a little bit. Just because one week it was like extremely hard to hear the game sound. Like it was like sounded like a whisper. So I try to adjust it from there. Welcome, Icobus. Yeah, that tightest mirror. So again, this is a connection test, guys. So if you're not really commentating at all right now, so we're gonna let them do their thing. I'm very interested. These are pretty interesting teams. These guys are all pretty good players. I think the stage is gonna come down a lot to it. Whether the marksman, I think, is probably gonna set the tone for this. If Kefka can be annoying enough, if Tara can get her stuff off, I think that really is gonna really make a break for this entire event. Hyperdrive to the face.
Impale our foes with Arctic lances.
Man, they're taking this connection test awfully serious. Ooh, excellent punish there. That was ridiculous.
Make him turn tail and run.
This is a connection test, yes sir. Ooh. Yeah, Shinoda, are y'all ready for tomorrow? Y'all ready for finals? Alright, let me check in with them.
This is harder than I thought.
They did not have me on the weeklies. Alright, I think we should be good now. Just gonna get some feedback about the connection tests. It looked good to me. I didn't see a lot of drops or spikes or anything like that. Looked okay to me. Alright, so here we go. Kickoff, boys. So we have, again, Team Red Capes only versus Team Save the Queen. Alright, so very interested to see how this goes. I think we're going to be seeing the same team. So we have Titus with Spiral Cut. Ooh, we have a Cloud of Darkness, very rare character, popularized by Lockria. Then we have Sin running his Trident to Kefka. Then we have Vampire Knight. This is going to be very interesting. This stage is a little, I don't really like this stage too much. Things can go left pretty quick on this stage. So here we go. Let's see what they do. So let's take a look at the Cloud of Darkness. I have not seen this player play Cloud of Darkness before, so this will be very interesting to see what they do. A little bit of zoning right here at the beginning. Alright, so, ooh, nice hold there. So he definitely has his stuff down. Cloud of Darkness having exceptional holds, already has Killbrave, so he's going to be looking to definitely take somebody down.
Turn tail and run.
1 second, guys. Just want to make sure this is right. So they end up taking the first game quite convincingly. Just give me a few moments, guys. I just having slight issues with OBS. So that first round was quite convincingly, and that Cloud of Darkness definitely did work, and Sin as well. Alright, so taking a look at, to start off with Red Cape's only. Cloud of Darkness already flooded with darkness. Let's take a look at Sen. He's being pretty evasive. Core's coming up. Let's see who's going to get this core. So team Red Cape's only going down pretty early, so let's take a look at this Terra. Pops the Spelga, does manage to get the not really much. Ooh, from the top ropes. My man did Spiral Cut from the top ropes, has him. Yep, that was fantastic. Demon Hunter did such work right there with Titus. Came down with the Spiral Cut, then immediately followed up and did the quick hit into an easy meltdown confirm. That was art in motion right there. Really, really good stuff. Alright, let's take a look. I'm going to start off with Spirit Edge. Looking good. Applying some pressure. Furion goes for the dash attack. No dice there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I see what they tried to do there. Now, he tried to put him into block stun using Furion's neutral Brave attack. But I think that would work a little bit better if he was using Meteor, but he's electing to go with Meltdown. Now, Meltdown obviously getting huge changes in the patch. No longer is going to have crazy tracking and stuff like that. It's going to be more of a torpedo, so to speak. So right now, team Save the Queen definitely winning the Bravery War quite handily right now. Meltdown on the field, no dice, again, no charge. That move is pretty, it's not very good. It's pretty useless without charge, unless you're point blank. Oh, right there, did Trine, no go. Oh, beautiful Trine right there. Gets it for 2,700. Gets Titus out the fight just for a moment. Let's take a look back at Terra. Of course, Terra's a marksman, so she wants to try and play back. Charge, Gravica goes out, no go, gets that pillar out. 2-button Terra. Okay. No, charge Holy. Gets Meltdown out, clips Sin right in the face. Now, that was very dangerous. He definitely could have got Trine for his troubles, but Sin not on the ball with that one. Spiral Cut bodies him. So he continued to try and dash around him. Spiral Cut has very good tracking for some unknown reason. So when he attempted to do that, he ended up getting Spiral Cut for his troubles. Now you see Sen managed to get off a Heartless Angel. Not really too much out of that, except for Terra. It was really the only one that got the worst end of that exchange. Furion, Cloud of Darkness tried to challenge Furion. Furion has excellent range. And it's really hard to beat out his normals once he gets started up. So you see that Cloud of Darkness crushed him against the wall, but opted not to go any further because the Meltdown was coming in on the side of the field. So excellent awareness. Here we go. Furion again. So now this is their summon, so they would definitely want to get the most out of the summon that's on the field. They are currently behind 2 stocks. Beautiful right there. Lord of Arms having pretty good vertical tracking right there. Definitely clipped him there. It is now an even game. Now with Diamond Dust coming out onto the field, they can definitely close this set out right now. Get some Feeble off on Spirit Edge, but no one has Kill Brave right now. Doesn't really get anything off of Diamond Dust. That's always unfortunate, but they're still in the fight. It's even. Now, what they don't want to do is let Red Capes only summon. If Red Capes only summons right now, that might be the entire game. So they want to try and close this out right now. Spirit Edge at very low life, as well as Cheese Bee, is what I'm just going to call him, the Cloud of Darkness as well. So they managed to get the summon. Bahamut, very strange. They might be running Bahamut just to ensure that he can get off as many Heartless Angels as possible, or maybe as many quick hits. That's the only thing I can imagine why they're running Bahamut, but they do end up closing it out. Red Cape's only going down in the first game. That Furion, Vampire Knight, very, very solid Furion. I've played with him and against him a lot, so very, very good stuff there. So Team Save the Queen going up on the first game. So again, that was the first game. That connection test was kind of long as well, so maybe they kind of got to, they kind of filled each other out and stuff like that. But very good start. You see there, Demon Hunter got a lot of good quick hits, a lot of good spiral cuts off, and that really turned the tide for his team. Okay, so here we go. We're coming out of this. Get that spectating going. So I'm very interested to see what changes will be made. Team Red Capes only used to actually have a Ramza as well as a Bards, but they no longer play those characters. Look, there's been a bit of a change in the roster. So very interested to see how that goes. That first match is very good. Like I mentioned before, this stage can be very unforgiving. I believe that's Stellar Fulcrum. It's very strange, has walls where you wouldn't expect and stuff like that. You can get wall rush very easily, but it does have the verticality element to it as well. So it's just a very unforgiving stage. Things can snowball there quite quickly. Got to be on your toes for that on that stage in particular. So there we go, going right back into it. This week's prizes will be provided from Square. I believe it will be t-shirts. I don't know what these t-shirts look like, but thank you, shout out to Square for being kind enough to partner with us to run this event and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not always every day that companies will be like, let me sponsor this and stuff like that. So anything goes a long way. Shout out to Square and stuff like that. Again, we do ESL finals will be tomorrow. I believe around midday. My team is competing. We kind of need a lab hardcore tonight. With PSM being down, it really kind of threw us out. We wanted to kind of lab yesterday, but we got to try and find a long scrim to run tonight for sure. Just so we're ready, we're sharp. I mean, our team is pretty good anyway, but being sharp is always best. So we'll look to see if we can find some teams for that. Can we give back our prize in exchange for the t-shirts? They actually just started offering the t-shirts, so no, I couldn't say you could do that. But they were offering game codes, which I thought was actually the better of the two, but I don't know. Alright, so we have Port Decamana, so we have another circular stage, so we'll see what happens on this one. Again, I felt that Team Red Capes, that Cloud of Darkness in particular, really sealed that first game, and a lot of good decisions were made. They just weren't able to close it out. It looks like there's a little bit of unfamiliarity with dealing with Furion, in the sense that they don't know really how to approach him without getting clipped with his brave attacks. They don't know when to contest, and that's causing Furion to get a lot of hits that perhaps you normally wouldn't get. So we're going to start off with Titus playing it kind of back right here. He is the speed. Oh, goes for an energy rain. Very interesting. So they have essentially all range HPs at this point. So that could prove to be a little problematic for Furion. And as well as a Terra. So the Terra, she loses charge. She is half a character. So with them flooding the screen on stuff, that could definitely be an issue. Sitting out there, putting projectiles on the screen, put in the blocks, and Furion can put you in blocks for so long. You see there, but it looks like he did get punished by the energy rain. So the energy rain already coming in and being a factor in this setup already. So again, Furion getting brave again. He's already at about 3K again. All right, so Cloud of Darkness says nope. All right, Diffusion, Particle Beam, there we go. He's down, Slice and Dice, no go. So Furion's waking up. We're gonna see if he's gonna try and get out that corner. He uses the core to kind of mask his approach there. Gets the Lord of Arms out. Lord of Arms and core, but he does die for that. So it looks like the change that Spirit Edge has opted to go for is to do energy range to consistently punish Vampire Knight, which is really causing him problems in this set thus far. And you see them both just going after the marksman, Prince of Halcyon. Ooh, goes down. So score is currently tied to 2 stocks to 2. Okay, so they managed to get the summon off. Ramu now on the field. Now Ramu is a very, very interesting pick for a summon. We all know that Shiva is, you know, the goddess, right? Everybody picks Shiva. We understand how good she is and what she can make do. But right there, Sin gets off a hyperdrive, and now things are looking pretty bad. So now they have the summon on the field, and they already have the stock advantage. So let's see what Team Red Cape's only is going to do here to try and close it out. Ooh, that was ballsy. So they enfeebled the Cloud of Darkness, and the Cloud of Darkness is set F off and did the HP attack at the dashing Titus. And you see Sin there coming in clutch with Hyperdrive. I do believe that he is stronger with Hyperdrive than Trine. He's more familiar with it. Anytime I play with him, he always plays with Hyperdrive. So he really understands that HP, knows his angles and stuff like that. And as you see there, he got 2 kills in that set. So he definitely was able to close out right there. One sec. OBS kind of arguing with me right now. Okay, here we go. So Titus is at the top of the field. Who's going to get hit first? Yep. Continues to block. Yeah, you want to try and sidestep that as late as possible because it has excellent tracking. Here we go. All right, a little frame drops there. Let's take a look at Sin. Manages to get the decoy out. Lord of Arms not going to go. Unfortunately, the Titus did overextend and got punished and went down. So now they're open to kind of pressure the marksman, but he's doing very good on the defense. You see, he's just making him bleed brave. Okay, so I think we're back now. All right, so Ice on the field. He was doing energy rain. It looks like he was just standing still. Maybe the spectator was breaking out. Vampire Knight trying to get the summon off his team. Doesn't look like they're in unison for this one. Oh my goodness! Sidestep too early. Cloud of Darkness goes down. That's so unfortunate. I felt like instead of trying to zone him out, really pressing the issue would have been better there. Especially if he would have got in his face. He has diffusion particle beam, so it's really hard to kind of sidestep that properly. But he does end up going down. So Team Red Cape's only down on their final stock, but they are up a game, so this won't be it for them. So Vampire not out. Of course they have Shiva. Ooh, manages to get clipped by the big beam, 0 particle beam. Alright, let's take a look at Halcyon. Spelga, no buffs for you. Alright, does charge Holy. It probably would have liked to see a meltdown right there. Yep, he teleports. You really don't want to pressure the marksman during a summon because they're going to teleport anyway. So looking for the speed or the Vanguard is normally the way to go there. And another perfect punish from Spirit Edge coming on the Vampire Knight. Vampire Knight has to be aware now that Titus is going to be in the air and looking to punish every single time with Energy Rain. So you really got to double check his movements. So you see there, he managed to get a double spiral cut there. Let's give me a slice and dice. But he does eat the meltdown for 3k, so this is not looking good. Red Capes really needs to try and regroup, fall back, so they can get the summon out. Not getting the summon out is really going to seal the deal for them. Quick hit, no go. Nope, so let's see if we have HP regen, and that's going to be it. Yep, that was going to be it. Either way, Titus was going to clip him. That was going to be the end of the set. Austin, thank you for following. Much appreciated, man. Okay, so let's start this off. We have Titus starting off again. Ooh, gets clipped by Graviga right out the gate. Klein, also thank you for following, and Metatron. Appreciate it, guys. Alright, double slice and dice goes off. So right now, Sin and the Cloud of Darkness are both down right now. Ooh, Lord of Arms goes off. No dice there. Hyperdrive off. Charges it all the way. No go. So again, I'm very, very impressed so far with Vampire Knight. He looks like he's trying to adjust his patterns to play around Energy Rain. Energy Rain, of course, being a very, very minimal use HP for Titus because the other ones are just so good. And they really tried to challenge right there, but Sin said, I'm gonna call your bluff. Does the hyperdrive right in his face. Vampire Knight on life support, as is Spirit Edge and Cheese Meat. So this is not looking good right now for Red Capes. Only what I like, that was what they needed right there. And the Terra trying to solo summon, not a good idea when it's a 3v1 situation. Should really try and wait for your teammates to come back up. Try and get the triple summon. There we go. Shiva on the field. Alright, so now this could be what they really need. Now, Spirit Edge does get enfeebled there. Try to do the HP attack. Spirit Edge has 97 HP. This man is living on an absolute prayer. Let's actually look at him. Let's see what he chooses. He opts to go in. Gets frozen. That was a really bad decision. If you're bleeding like that, you don't want to really go in. I understand that something's on the field, so it's likely you're going to die. But just charging in head first during a summon is not going to really be the thing your team needs. So right there, Sin goes down. And now Cheese Meat is his people. Gets quick hit, wall crush, and yep, gets slice and dice. That's going to be the game. Really, really, really good stuff.
Dang, this is harder than I thought.
So, very interested to see what changes will be made at this point. So, right now, it's Team Red Capes only down 0-2. So, Team Save the Queen is, again, not really a team that we've seen too much of, like, as far as might be able to, like, make it a grand finals or winter finals or anything like that. But nonetheless, showing that they are still a very strong team. So very impressed with their gameplay. Now, Vampire Knight did get clipped a couple times there by Energy Rain. You can tell that he was just not familiar with playing against that HP, and it looks like they specifically ran that HP to really make Furion as uncomfortable as possible. And he did get a lot of punishes off, but Vampire Knight was able to adjust, and he really wasn't getting punished quite that much towards the end of that set. So let's take a look at what will be done now. I feel like a couple things that they want to do, definitely better on the core. I felt like Team Save the Queen definitely did get the core off quite often first. Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate it, man. Guys, I'm not ignoring the chat. I just got a few things going on my side, so I don't want to, but I'm reading what you guys are saying. It does have poor vertical tracking, so that might be Furion not too good in the air, unfortunately. So he wouldn't actually. It depends on if he would actually be in the air quite that much. What's going on, Z-Folds? Yeah, they do have Kefka on the team already, but it looks like they were kind of utilizing him to do other things. But Energy Rain was definitely, it was on the nose every single time. So that was something that was really deciding factor there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to really get them the W, but a couple things there that they want to just kind of try to do different going forward. Furion doesn't have a guard, but that's 5P. It's his card. It's better to just jump. Okay. 5B. That's anime notations, guys. It's numpad notation. 5B means 5 is the neutral attack, so 5 is in the middle of the keypad, or the numpad rather. So that's what it means. So we're going to Eden, which is personally my favorite stage in the game. I love this stage. It just seems to work very well for Ace and Fire F, snipe people. So let's take a look. Let's start and take a look at Halcyon to start with. Okay, immediately gets clipped. Ooh, he almost got set up quite badly there. Cloud of Darkness was coming in with her wave attack, and he just barely missed out on Hyperdrive there. Okay, so got a little bit of a marksman battle going on here. Cloud Darkness says F that, tries to get him out of his comfort zone. And you see there, Kefka just putting those portals up. The more portals that they put up like that, it just makes it hard to be in the air because they have so much hit stun, they have a lot of recovery when you get hit by them and stuff like that. So we have Titus here at the top of the screen, Titus favorite. Everybody likes to be at the top of the screen when you're Titus. Ooh, and we see Titus going down early for Red Capes only, unfortunately. Ooh, nice slice and dice. Really good tech chase there. Waited for him to move. Beautiful right there. So that's really been the story for Spirit Edge. He's been extremely aggressive through this entire set, and I feel like it kind of is working for them a little bit, but it's costing them a lot as well. Okay, so again, once again, Save the Queen gets the summon first. This has really been the theme for this entire set, is that they will get the summon first, you know, they'll get the first kill, they'll get the summon first, and once you're down in stock and the other team has summon, you are really playing at a true deficit. You really have to, you gotta have your A game, you know what I mean? Gets that Dispel out, no buffs for you. You definitely, when an opposing team is running Dispelga, you do not want to stack your buffs. You don't want to do HP regen, Bravery regen, or Mighty Strikes all at the same time. You want to try and stagger them, try and bait out the Dispelga. You do not want to do it like that. Okay, so let's switch over. So he's getting the quick hit. Oh, he tried to punish him with Spiral Cut, just missed, but he ended up getting, oh my goodness, he ended up getting caught in the washing machine for his troubles. So that was just a really, really bad trade there. As a rule of thumb, never try and punish Spiral Cut unless you have a Wave HP or Search HP. It's not worth it. 9 times out of 10, you are going to get drawn into the vortex and you're going to get a happy birthday. So just don't challenge it. It's not a good idea. Okay, let's start off with Halcyon. I feel like she's been doing really, really well as far as maintaining her presence on the field and stuff like that. You saw perfect hold. You can tell that Halcyon and Vampire Knight definitely play a lot together. He knows their holds. I'm sure they're in VC and stuff like that. He knows when to punish. Okay, that actually reached. That was actually really good. Again, another hold, another meltdown. So all he's doing is holding the opponent, waiting for Terra to come in and just clip him. And again, that was unfortunate. He tried to go all in with the Slice and Dice there, but ended up getting meltdown for his trouble. Take a look at Vampire Knight. Gets the core again. You know, getting the core kind of unimpeded. Like no one from the opposing team is really going all in on the core. When that core comes up, all ideally at least 2 team members should be there, with the third person providing cover and stuff like that. Hit away the other people trying to get the core. But if you have only one person or nobody going for the core, that's not good for your team. Okay, gets another holdout. We're gonna see Meltdown coming in. Oh, Spiral Cut for his troubles. Yep. He said, "Get off my cloud of darkness." So for the first, well, not for the first time, for the first time in this set, Team Save the Queen actually loses their stock first. So they are at the stock deficit, but they do have summon advantage right now. And they actually do have summon. Ooh, beautiful setup there. Demon Hunter hitting him away into that perfect Meltdown. So now we got Shiva taking the field, so we are going to see how they can actually utilize this summon. Again, summon's so powerful, they can really change the pace of the entire match, but they have to be correctly utilized. You know, obviously Enfeeble into Diamond Dust is somewhat of a win condition, auto kill, some would say. Once you get that onto the field, it's really, really a good situation for your team. Okay. Ooh, zero form, gets nothing out of him, unfortunately. What are arms on the field? No dice. Okay, let's take a look at Sin. So Sin, look, trying to get Hyperdrive off, no dice. Alright, he's going to try and save his teammate. Oh, beautiful stuff there. Anytime you commit for any type of HP attack that has a longer animation, the number one thing that you want to do is make sure that you're safe in the sense that their marksman is being preoccupied, so that you don't get interrupted. If you keep trying to do that, you will consistently get punished, as you saw there. So he did manage to get his Heartless Angel off, didn't get too much off of it because he immediately got hit. Does the dash right there, gets out of it, punished by Meltdown. You see there, Demon Hunter was just right in his face. He was so worried about getting away from him that Meltdown just came snuck up on him. Gets that last stock on. High speed particle beam, no dice, it's a slice and dice. Beautiful setup. He has perfect defense, so he actually was able to block Hyperdrive right there, so that was very interesting. Not really seeing too many perfect defense users. And right here, what you want to do is, if you are Team Red Capes only, you want to have your whole team back up so that you can summon. As you see here, everybody is still in the thick of it. You still have summon advantage. They should be dashing to the other side of the screen in an attempt to try and summon. But it looks like that's what they're going to try. But, yep, it was only a matter of time. All three of them were enfeebled, unfortunately. You generally don't want to cluster up like that. When you cluster up like that, you just make it open season for debuffs, especially enfeeble. So they got enfeebled, were not able to dash back and get out of range for the summon. But as you saw there, once it's essentially, you know, it's the end of the set right there. Everybody needs to start pulling back so you can summon. That's the number one thing that you want to do right there. They had summon for a while too. So Save the Queen going up 3-0. So this is very interesting. I did kind of expect that Red Capes only. I'm not sure if they'll be making any changes. Looks like there's been some adjustments out onto the field, but we'll see what will be done going forward. Okay, so here we go. Save the Queen just putting on a little bit of a clinic right now. This is very impressive right now. You can definitely tell that Vampire Knight and Prince, in particular, their setups have been quite crisp. The moment that T's and Block's done, Meltdown is connected, like, I want to say like 9 out of 10 times. And that can really shake somebody, you know what I mean? If you know that you're going to eat HP every single time you put it in a block stun, that can really shake it up. So here we go. Going into match 4. So right now it's currently 3-0. Save the Queen. Really They really brought their A game. They came to play, which is very good. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. Now, Team Red Capes only is a very good team, and I think that they can definitely turn this around. This is not, you know, we've seen it before. We've seen teams come back from 4-1 to 4-4. We've seen teams be up 4-0, and they almost got OCD'd, you know what I mean? And they almost ran it all the way back. So it is not impossible. Red Capes only needs to kind of sit back, realize what's going on here, what opportunities that they're missing, where are the gaps. That's what they really need to emphasize. I'm getting put in blocks on a lot by Furion, so I need to make sure that anytime I challenge him, somebody is there to cover me, or they're summoning a lot first. So let me make sure that we are doing much better on getting the core. Let's make sure we're keeping the marksman in check. Anything like that, those are the conversations that you want to be having in VC right now. Like, where are we? Where is our stopgap at? What is causing us to consistently lose? And these matches have not been blowouts. They're not 3 stocks or anything like that. So it is very competitive, but there's something they're still missing. There's a gap somewhere. They need to try and come together, figure it out, so they can, you know, adapt to what's going on. Because Save the Queen came with a very, very set game plan, and that game plan is working out in spades for them. All right. Oh, yeah, baby. The Rift. So this one can go either way. This is, as we all know, this is pure ham sandwich. So let's take a look. Let's start off with Vampire Knight. He's dashing around. Nobody holding forward just yet. A little bit of neutral, which is always good to see in the Rift. In a few seconds, I can imagine that it's going to devolve into complete chaos. Vampire Knight pushing the issue. Putting the Cloud of Darkness in hit stun, luckily does not get any HP damage off, but he is currently in a 1v3 situation, so he's in a bad spot. Alright, so the marksman being kept in check, blown all the way to the other side of the field. She has charge. We're going to see a meltdown. Nope, we see a charge tornado. Alright, does manage to build a little bit of Brave there. Core does come out. They do pretty well. Both of them pretty much 50-50 on it. Now, Kefka electing to go for Trine on this stage, which I think is very good. Probably a little better than, and you see right, ooh. So he did slice and dice, but meltdown came in anyway. And right there, the perfect hold for Furion, slice and dice for your troubles. Alright, so right now, Team Red Capes only is bleeding. Oh, excellent challenge right there. He said no slice and dice for you. Does the dash attack, wall crush, spiral cut. Beautiful. Excellent stuff right there from Spirit Edge. Okay, Kefka trying to stop the summon. Good stuff. You're gonna see Trant. Yep, Trine. He is in quick hit. Okay, so they do manage to get the summon off. Now, a summon on stages like this, or stages like Alexandria, it's, I want to say, kind of like, they are a bit of a win condition. Just because the stage is so small, you have to take it. It doesn't matter what summon it is. And you saw right there in the corner, Cheesemy managed to getting the kill on Vampire Knight. Sends out there, let's see what plays he'll be making. They do have the stock lead. Okay, Carlos Angel. No one affected by that. He was a little too far out of the fight when he did that. Beautiful try. Nothing. Getting held by Furion. This could be bad. Yep, managed to eat a meltdown there. Ooh, oh my goodness. The balls on this man. Spirit Edge dashed right in, but he ended up getting Trine for his troubles. But he just said, F it. Gets a meltdown, trying to rush the marksman. No dice. Furion coming in. Lord of Arms, no go. In the Bravery Conduit, so he's losing Brave here. And again, his excellent range managed to save his teammate right there. Excellent stuff. Lord of Arms, no dice. Ooh. So he gave in and did the meltdown. Sin was looking at him, got the Trine off. So a lot of moves have a lot of startups, so when you're a marksman. So if another marksman is looking at you, that is a free HP attack. So you waited for the meltdown to come out. A lot of recovery frames on that. Perfect try and punish. Good stuff to Sin. Okay. Spiral Cut. And the hitbox for Spiral Cut is so big. He was behind the court and actually got hit by the blowback, which is incredible. Meltdown, no go. Again, this stage has a lot of barriers and stuff like that, so it is going to get stopped quite a bit. Cloud of Darkness tried to rush the Terra. Meltdown straight to the face. Okay, Spiral Cut just kind of going off. Oh, gets it off. Excellent right there. Okay, so she's in a bad situation. She has 2 people on her. And, yep. No. Ooh, a little too high for that. Does manage to get the kill, Brave off. And again, Meltdown. Anytime you do that on this stage, you're taking a risk if there's another marksman looking at you. So she's opting to try and fight it out. And things are snowballing pretty quick here. Right now, it is, they should try and summon. Can they summon? Nope. She tries Meltdown. No dice. Sin managed to get out there. Quick hit, no dice. Oh, slice and dice, and gets both of them. This man is really, he has a really good eye for that slice and dice. Shades of Philios right there. Gets punished. So right there, that was, again, you know, it is a rift, so anything can happen. But Sinister Striker in particular, absolutely dominant with his trying punishes. And knowing where people are going to be, again, trying either goes off 1 time, or if you charge it, it does go off 3 times, and it does track. So you might think just because it didn't go off the first time, you are free to press buttons, but no. If he's still looking, if he was looking at you, it's still set to you. So until all 3 animations go off, you can get clipped every single time. Somebody sent Terra a new square button so she can get more Meltdown knocks. So that was a really, really good match, and Team Red Cape's only putting 1 on the board. Sometimes that's all it takes. You know, that's the catalyst that you need for your team to pull it together. Once you, it's just like in basketball. You know what I mean? Once you start seeing the ball go in the hoop, that's all you need in order for, you know, the turnaround to happen. So let's see what happens.
That sure was something. I owe ya.
So here we go. Heading into the 5th game. Save the Queen up 3. Red Cape's only 1. So let's see what changes will be made at this point. That's going to help out Team Red Cape's only. Okay, looking good. Alright, so another circular stage, the Promised Meadow. This stage can get pretty unga. I don't like the stage at all. That's me personally. It can go very, very left, very, very quick. So we'll see. A lot of wave HPs. I believe we have Meltdown as well as Load of Arms as well. So let's see what happens. marksman. Starting off with Spirit Edge again, playing a little bit more passive at the beginning, a little neutral. Let the marksmen do their thing. And first hit right there. Okay. And again, being held, no dice. Throws that Blitz Ball, no dice. Ooh, gets that Blizzara. Charge Blizzara. Really good for holding and really good for building Brave as well. Let's take a look at Tease Me. Oh, good stuff there. Gets the wall crush. Opts not to do it. Very, very good. I've seen him do that multiple times throughout the set. He has just opted, after he's got the wall rush, to just back off as opposed to keep trying to press. If you keep trying to press, that can only end in pretty bad for you. Furion trying to do his thing ends up getting clipped by the Cloud of Darkness. Alright, so Cloud of Darkness trying to inch up on them on the other side. No dice there. Okay. A lot of neutral going off. Not too much HP out. So the core is up, and again, team's not really paying too much attention to the core. Both teams essentially left the core, which is very interesting. You definitely want to be on top of the core. They were right next to it, and you decided to go away from it. So let's hope that decision doesn't come back to haunt them. Okay. Hyperdrive does not catch the tech. Very, very good by Vampire Knight on reading that tech. Let's take a look at what Sid's going to do here. So the Terra sitting at Kill Brave. She has 4,300. It'll be ideal to try and get some of the Brave off her. If not, just try and kill her outright. Delete all that Brave. Manages to clip Vampire Knight for 2,200. Not gonna take him out the game for just a bit, but the summon on the field. Okay, here we go. Carlos Angel. Ooh, gets the confuse off. So that was a very, very long match. She was confused too. Manages to get the meltdown off nonetheless. Alright, so here we go. Had a little bit of slight tech issues there. Here we go. Throwing that Blitz Ball out. No dice. Cloud of Darkness throwing some beams out. Hyperdrive? No dice. Okay. Titus out there. Nothing. Sin? Hyperdrive? No dice. A little too choreographed right there. So the marksman coming in, trying to keep him in check. Yeah, don't want to guard early on that. When Titus players see you guard early, you'll get clipped every time. Unfortunately, Spirit Edge also does get hit there. Gives him free reign to get the core. So right now, Team Red Cape's only bleeding, unfortunately. So playing back and potentially, oh, he goes down. Potentially getting HP regen off will probably be the preferable option, but we'll see what happens here. Yep, so Kefka goes down. So it's now 2 stocks to 1, but good thing about this is that all of their teammates will now be coming back with full life, which is very good. Core coming up, I really recommend trying to get the core. Demon Hunter making that very, very difficult. They essentially built a wall between those two. Okay, so Vampire Knight coming in. Slice and Dice going on. Demon Hunter eating 2K. Oh, beautiful stuff there. Another hold. Titus comes up and says, "Get off my mans." Alright, so they managed to get the summon off, and spectator mode decided to, let's see, make sure we don't have a DC. Nope, no DC, it's just a slight hiccup right there. Summon comes off, Shiva dance. Now, yeah, they did perfect defense again for, so a lot of buffs and debuffs going off. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. You don't really want to cluster them like that, especially when the spell doesn't play. Alright, excellent right there. Beautiful. Gets the knock away. Cloud of Darkness knocks Vampire Knight away. He's out to fight for just a moment. Terra actually rushes in. Frontline Terra does some charge lightning. Yep, gets slice and dice. And that'll be it. Team Save the Queen moving on to match point. That match is very, very back and forth. I felt like, unfortunately, there was a bad start to the match where that Titus got a happy birthday and got both of them for a 3K slice and dice. Once that happens, you're required to play so passive that it essentially takes both those players off the field, and it's just a shame. Okay, so it is currently 4-1. Let's see what changes Red Capes only will be making in this set. Okay.
I don't give up.
That's what I call a fight.
Yep, make sure to get that spectate off, or that would be a tragedy. And here we go, potentially the last match. We have Red Capes only squaring off against Save the Queen. Save the Queen putting on quite a exhibition here. They definitely came ready to play. There's not really too much high-level Furion play, so I felt that in itself might be throwing them off. They don't know how to kind of maneuver around him. And he's definitely been getting a lot of holds, which have been free slice and dices or free meltdowns every single time. And that really has been setting the pace for this match for sure. So it looks like, yeah, a little bit of deliberation happening here. Let's see what changes will be made. Okay, so back to Port Decumana. So again, they've unfortunately had a lot of circular stages. These stages can kind of go left. It can go kind of left pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, depending on the kind of team that you're trading against or with.
The team that sticks
So let's see what
together
changes
wins together.
Red Capes only will be making. Spirit Edge out. Ooh, Graviga gets the early slice and dice off, gets the early hyperdrive off, and gets the early meltdown off. And you see right there, perfect interruption. He tried to spiral cut, but Furion's moves have a lot of priority and a lot of range, his normals. Lord of Arms, no dice. Oh, good stuff there. Wide angle particle beam. Oh, yeah, a lot of... Oh, gets saved by Sin. But Sin takes a lot of damage for that and ends up dying for it. Saves his teammate, but at the cost of his life. Meltdown goes out, gets clipped by that. So right now, Team Save the Queen is looking very healthy. They're looking good. Vampire now getting knocked away by Titus. Oh, Lord of Arms goes off. No dice. Excellent challenge there. A lot of people will be scared to kind of challenge face to face like that. Sin has Skill Brave. Let's take a look and see what. Nope, just lost it. Hyperdrive going off. Nope, perfectly. Waited for his invul frames from the recovery so that he would not get that tech trap off with Hyperdrive.
Show 'em how hard it is to
Remove
dodge,
going
bud.
off to the field. Old man. Here we go. Excellent stuff there. Hyperdrive, excellent punish there. 3K off on Hyperdrive. Gets the Heartless Angel. Managed to get Vampire Knight in there. But Meltdown on the field, trying to save his teammate. Trying to draw some of the attention away. So now, Removal still on the field. Oh, does quick hit. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You generally don't want to go for quick hit when one of your teammates is down and or you're on your last stop. Unless you have a perfect setup incoming. Ooh, try to chase him again, no dice. Alright, so off in the distance, Spirit Edge going down. They're going to get the summon off.
Trip them up with icy obstacles.
Oh, good. Beautiful. Wide angle particle beam, no dice. Try to do the turnaround tick, no dice. Okay, charge Lazara. She is gaining her bravery back. Almost had kill brave there, gets hit away. Slice and Ice going off, and that's going to be it. Well, that's going to be it for that game. So right now, Team Save the Queen is on match point, and the Titus really did a lot of work there. Demon Hunter really knew his spots. A lot of Slice and Dice is going off. He was like 10 for 10 on that. Really, really on point with that. Alright. Spirit Edge going, trying to harass the marksman. Gets the early wall rush. So it looks like the tactic here is just to rush the marksman. Spirit Edge knocks away the other assassin. There we go. Oh, beautiful stop there. He did spiral cut, but no dice. Slice and Dice looks like, yeah, you don't want to do it until he comes out of the animation. Do not try and challenge that. We've seen that so many times throughout this set. Do not try and challenge Slice and Dice. It's not worth it. Unless you have a wave HP or a search HP. That's the only two times to do it. Nice hold there. He could have HP'd him a couple. Yeah, could have HP'd him a couple times there. Lord of Arms was looking at Cloud of Darkness, but had already switched his target over to Sin. Sin gets caught. Unfortunately, he goes down. There we go. Meltdown on the field. Manages to evade it. Good stuff. Lord of Arms on the core. Ooh, good stuff. Get the summon off. And again, that's kind of unfortunately been the theory. The running thing for this set is that Save the Queen has consistently got the summon and got it off first every single time. So this is really causing a deficit with this team. Good stuff. Gets a holy. Gets her brave up to 2K. See how she likes to change. Use her to charge. No dice there. HP regen on the field. Does not look like Team Red is running Dispelga, unfortunately. So, yep, they are. I was going to say they're going to be able to get the HP back for free. Dispelga that. No free HP for you. Quick hit. Enfeeble. No, Meltdown, no dice. Ooh, beautiful save there. Yeah, Meltdown's going off. He's crushing them a lot. Quick hit goes off, no dice. Lord of Arms, no dice. Kefka. Yeah, Hyperdrive was charging right there out to the right. That was a bad time. Vampire Knight cruising at 2200. Lord of Arms, that's game. Oh, no, that's not game. Ooh, beautiful punish by the Cloud of Darkness there. Good stuff there. And right there, Lord of Arms seals the deal. That was really good stuff, really good awareness. And Team Save the Queen takes it very convincingly against Team Red Capes only. That was very, very good set. I was very entertained throughout. I really liked the Titus play, liked a lot of aspects of both gameplay. Excellent work to both teams. We're going to have both teams stick around for an interview, just so we can kind of get their perspective, see how they felt about certain things. Now, I'm going to turn this one thing on, but I hope it doesn't freak out because it kind of did last time. Let me know if this makes a loud noise. Let me know if you can hear noise.
Couldn't have gone better. You're a credit to the team.
What a knockdown, drag-out fight! You can be the leading role anytime.
I don't give up.
I owe ya.
Meow, meow, choco chow.
What's up, Reese? Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, and stream, can you guys hear them? I just re-added the source. So, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, noise. It's okay. So this, guys, is Team Red Capes only. As I stated before, I've played against this team a couple times, and it hasn't always won in our favor. So I definitely think that they're a very good team. So we're just going to kind of go over just a couple general things about the set and stuff like that. First question that I got for you guys, how did you feel about the set going into it?
Okay.
I know that Team Save the Queen isn't always, at the forefront and stuff like that as far as teams go or team popularity or anything like that. How did you feel going into the set against these guys? Okay. I think, hold on. Somebody has the stream on in the background. If you do, can you mute it for me? Okay. Yes. All right. So we should be good now. All right. So, oh yeah. So we'll start with the first question again. So Sin already answered. How did the other guys feel about going into the set?
I mean, primarily I was just kind of like, pretty much the same answers, and you know, just kind of doing this for fun, and just because I like this game and I like how it gets competitive and stuff. So going in, I was thinking, these guys, Save the Queen, are like a really good team. I know we faced them a couple times in the ESL tourneys, and Sin was telling us stuff like, "Oh yeah, we've beaten them before." So I was feeling pretty confident about it, honestly.
Okay. All right. I like that. Kind of coming into the set with some confidence. I like that. And how about who was the last person on the team? Is your third person here?
Me.
Hey, and how did you feel about going into the set? Now, when you come up on mic, just say your name first for the stream so they know who's talking.
Okay.
Oh, Cheese Man here. Yay.
Okay. All right. So, same question.
like, before we even started, like, we had this whole thing where they were having trouble with their third. So we were like thinking of like who they're gonna play, and like we knew there's gonna be Ethereum. We knew the Terra, the third was like we didn't know. But then there was a thing like the Terra wasn't showing up. But then we're like, oh, who's gonna be there next? Oh, it's an ace. Oh wait, never mind. We're not getting the ace player. It's back to the Terra. So we got confused. It was so weird.
I could definitely agree with that. Go ahead.
But in match, it was all good. We had plans. It didn't always work out, but hey, we had plans.
Okay. And how did you guys feel? This next question. How did you guys feel after coming off that stage, that match on Interdimensional Rift? Because the Rift is very unforgiving, but you guys played that match very, very well. How did you feel coming off of that match going into the next match?
Because I freaking love Interdimensional. I love all the small maps because it gives me the chance to go freaking ham as a man.